Alexander Volkanovski just dominated Diego Lopes for the second time, winning by unanimous decision this past Saturday. And honestly, is anyone shocked? It felt like watching a movie I've already seen. Volkanovski controlled the fight from start to finish, just like the first matchup. The only real difference this time was Diego Lopes trying to be more cautious, and that ended up being his downfall. Lopes is a brawler. That chaos is where he's at his best. But instead of leaning into that, he tried to become more technical, more patient, and in doing so, he gave himself almost zero real chances to win. Because every single time Diego did try to take a risk, Volkanovski made him pay. Anytime Lopes rushed in, Volk either cracked him with that right hand on the chin, or Volk just slipped the entire flurry. Diego couldn't land cleanly, and that's not accidental. Volkanovski also clearly fixed one of the few issues he had in the first fight. Before, he'd jab and pull straight back. It worked for the first shot, but left him open to follow-ups. This time, multiple guards, more lateral movement, cleaner exits. Everything was at his pace, completely controlled. And here's where the fight really lost me: the coaching. After round 3, you have to assume your fighter is either down 2-1 or 3-0. To not tell Diego Lopes to empty the tank in round 4 is an absolute travesty. Then after round 4, going into the final round, the only advice is apply more pressure. Bro, what does that even, what are you doing? Give advice. Earlier in the fight, Diego even said he was trying to respect Volk's takedown game. And yeah, that's fair. Volk is one of the best ever at this weight. But when respecting your opponent comes at the expense of disrespecting your own skills, you've already lost. Every time Diego rushed in, Volk won the exchange, especially with that overhand right. It clearly wasn't worth it, and honestly, what Diego should have done was go to submissions. We saw it in round 5. He had a couple legit attempts. Now imagine if he'd been doing that from round 1. Wrestling, scrambles, BJJ, make it messy. Instead, he waited until it was far too late. The margins at this level are razor thin, and Volkanovski sets traps better than almost anyone. Diego did okay, I guess, but the pressure got to him again. Volk is clutch. He always does just enough to separate himself. Diego did learn from the first fight, but unfortunately, what he learned was patience, feints, and nothing else. He never figured out how to cut off the cage, so Volk just circled him for 25 minutes straight, picking his entries. Waiting until round 5 to wrestle or hunt submissions, that's really bad. You should have done that from the get-go. Diego, ¿por qué? ¿Por qué tú no? ¿Por qué? If you're in a title fight like this, you have to be willing to go out on your shield. Get the knockout or get stopped trying. Because let's be real, as long as Volkanovski is champion, Diego isn't getting another shot. Now, what's next for Volkanovski? In the post-fight interview, when asked who he wants next, Volk mentioned Lerone Murphy or Movsar Evlov. And honestly, it should be Evlov. 9-fight win streak in the UFC, undefeated, elite wrestling, he's far more deserving. And stylistically, it's fascinating. Can Volkanovski stuff that grappling the way he did with Islam? Or has something declined since then? That's the real question. Because if that fight happens, it's a banger, no doubt about it. And after that, I genuinely hope Volkanovski retires while he's still on top, not after the decline. Because performances like this remind you exactly who Volkanovski is.